Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings. You are back with the Solar Healing YouTube channel where we're talking about disease prevention and health promotion. I am the Solar Alchemist, and today we are talking about the healing crisis. All right. There's a beautiful, beautiful quote that says, "A good therapy is one that stimulates the healer within. And a disease healed naturally leaves a person innately stronger. So any imbalance that informs you of resistance to the flow in your internal and external life, any attempt to be able to hinder that healing process is a dissatisfaction, a disservice to the integrity of one's own healing mechanism, which is the body." So that's why it's important you have to go through the healing crisis. All right. The healing crisis is often referred to the detox reaction. This is the detoxification process that happens when you're releasing stagnant energy within your internal organs, your liver, your kidneys, whatever, and it goes back into the bloodstream. So then when the body goes through this detoxification, whether it's through diet, herbal remedies, other practices, it stirs up these toxins back into the bloodstream. And these toxins can include heavy metals, chemicals, metabolic waste that are then released back. And then they re-enter circulation. So then your body goes through symptoms of like irritability, nausea, headaches, flu-like symptoms, right? So understanding that the initial process of waking up to our senses involves increasing our awareness, right? This can be painful at first because that's because our spirit is tired of being delayed as true innate expression. It is tired of being suppressed. It's tired of being subdued by your material addictions and cravings, right? So it's time to release itself. So healing your physical, your mental, your spiritual body can involve changing how you eat, engaging in mindful movement, going to therapy. What brings up a lot of this energy that has been trapped in your internal organs, right? So you expect to feel better, but suddenly you feel worse. This is the healing crisis. So this is why most people give up on a detox, because as you begin to finally become present and sense your body's movements, you begin to remember and unravel wounds and traumatic events that need to be released. They come up and you have to feel through them, right? So it's very wise to pace your healing process to avoid overwhelming yourself in the process, but we also must remember that these symptoms have to occur, right? And it's important to remember that healing allows us to become more sensitive to the patterns of tension, of restriction, of flow that we have pushed below to the surface that we'd often neglect. So our healing crises usually start to accompany new openings of spiritual insights, right? It's a process of birth and rebirth. And as you let go of situations that no longer serve you to serve your highest timeline, letting go of foods that don't, you got to think with birth, there are contractions. And so you have to learn how to ride the waves of intensity that happen in order for you to birth a new life, birth a new timeline, the highest timeline where you feel better. The areas that are needed to repair, that is exactly what your cells are doing. So what's happening internally is with any imbalance, there's a blockage, a stagnation of energy, disturbance of your proper regulation or circulation in the body. So this can be mentally, emotionally, physically, like I said, from poor lifestyle, from environmental toxins, even genetic predisposition to disease. But we have to ask ourselves, what is exactly going on during a healing crisis? So during the true healing crisis, that stimulates your immune system. So there happens to be a breakdown of muscle tissue, so it increases your amino acids. These are the building blocks of life, and it creates a rise in immune cell. This causes your nutrients to be released from storage and go back into the bloodstream as well. And this also reduces the ability to be able to have bacterial growth of cancer cells. Basically, when you start to be able to stimulate your immune system, and so you need to also understand that your adrenal glands are a big part of that. So they start to release your epinephrine and neuroepinephrine from your adrenal medulla. And this starts to constrict the blood to the GI tract, your gastrointestinal tract. So most people lose appetites during their healing crisis. This is literally your body trying to force you to fast. So that usually when people even have a fever, it forces you to fast during that fever to promote any autotoxicity from any foods that you might be taking in. So it forces you to pause on eating, right? Even in the state of fermentation, which happens in a lot of acidic environments inside the body, your body is starting to utilize the oxygen more. So it's starting to be able to formulate new cells, right? And it's starting to be able to relieve inflammation within the body. This is your body's innate ability to heal itself and bring itself back to homeostasis. And Also, the kidneys. You also understand the kidneys, the body's ability to be able to regulate its pH or its acidity, alkalinity, right? So again, if you have a very acidic environment, your body usually can't even stimulate a fever, right? So that's why you have to understand, like, you start to have these healing crisis symptoms because most people's bodies or internal processes have been suppressed, right? So we have to understand that when we're going through these feelings of lethargy, of you want to give up, all these emotions are coming up. You're starting to feel things you haven't felt before. This is a normal process. Now, how to deal with it better? See it as a positive sign of progress. This means that you are healing, right? You're eating a larger amount, maybe of vegetables, of fruit. You're cutting back so much on a lot of like things that increase stress in your life. You're decreasing your alcohol intake, alcohol and other stimulants, maybe caffeine, that also are suppressing your body's innate abilities to be able to heal. And also to be able to do it at its most efficient level. All right. Meditation also helps. Being able to sit, whether it might be a mantra practice, a chanting practice, ones that, or even the breath work. Breath work helps me a lot during my fasting, especially when I'm going through those moments of irritability. Right. Breath work is my way of also aiding in the healing process. 70% of your body's waste is also 70% of your body's waste is detoxified from the lungs through the breath, right? From the carbon dioxide leaving the body, from all the cellular metabolic waste that happens. So breath work is an amazing way to be able to center the mind, calm down the nervous system, and be able to also aid your body in the release of toxicity in your body. And most importantly, find a holistic healthcare detox coach. I am a certified holistic detox coach and nutritionist and master herbalist. I can be able to help you. I have programs. Just please reach out. Always comment down below. And if you want to be able to work with me, also you can follow on my Instagram, thesolar.alchemist. All right. So stick with your detoxification program. Do not give up on yourself. Whatever means you do to be able to pray, to be able to center yourself, go out in nature, take long walks, be mindful, be patient, be gracious with yourself on this healing crisis. Healing is not linear. Healing is not linear. It's very cyclical, and sometimes you might take a step back to make 2 steps forward. All right. Be patient with yourself. Detoxification process is going to take longer than a 3-week program for the 20 plus years of acidic processed foods that you put inside your body. So just remember that with all great things take time, and understanding that this healing process, you come out stronger, right? And you're able to sense imbalances in your body a lot quicker because you're providing presence to your body, which is needed. All right. So that is the healing crisis. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. I'm the Solar Alchemist. Peace.